non-UK and Irish residents will be banned from entering England if they've been in the 6 countries in the past. We were hoping that cases would be manageable. There were these fears about the build-up to Christmas and the extra pressures with flu and everything, and now this just seems like this could potentially tip us over the edge if we've, resistant to, doesn't get through the vaccine. This could point to the fact that we could be having new variants. We could be just chasing our tail with this for the next few years.
Well, there's 2 things at first place.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is with all of this, Ian, isn't it, that it's going to take, because people are dying, and for this to have happened, and it's all very well, all the talks, coming up with plans, are we going to do this, aren't we going to do that? But in the meantime, people are trying to continue to cross. Shows how quickly that you have to change your plans at short notice, or you get
your burn.
Hats off to you, because you talk about your own experience there. Actually, the boys are admitting to you that they are watching pornography at a young age, and that
not by choice.
Attitudes are, and also, I guess, from the people that you spoke to, Zara, it's just girls don't report it. Actually, we don't really have an idea of how many people it's affecting, but it's not only affecting them at the time, but it's affecting them many years later as well, isn't it? This stays with people.
Yeah, I think that
it's a powerful watch, and I think it's really good at sort of raising awareness of the whole issue and just showing.
Good morning, it's just gone 6:30. Welcome to what is a very busy programme, Charlotte.
It's a busy programme, isn't it?
A lot to get in.
That's
Ronan joining us live from his radio show as well.
Yes, squeezing that in while he's on air. 29 days until Christmas, which just sends a shiver down my spine, actually, because I'm not really
You're not remotely prepared?
No.
Don't need to be prepared till Christmas Eve?
It's all right for you. You don't need to be prepared because your other half does all the shopping.
She's a lot better at it than I am. Also very excited that Ron Howard's going to be in the studio. He's written an autobiography with his brother about life growing up in Hollywood as child actors and then directors, and it's just absolutely fascinating.
Can't wait to speak to him. The Happy Days years, his directing years. He's got so many stories.
Just so much that they've done as a family. Just incredible. And also, we wanted to update you as well, because this time yesterday, we were talking to Brian Wood, who was about to start the final marathon. It was 25 marathons in 25-day Ultimate Sacrifice Challenge. He finished sort of yesterday, and he just carried on going because he wanted to remember every single one of those soldiers.
This morning, and having a well-earned rest.
I hope he's fast asleep still.
That's true.
Quite frankly.
Recovering.
But yeah, and
no doubt
doesn't have to try and battle the stairs, of course.
No, that's a good point. Well, this morning, we're also joined by the former Home Secretary.
No,
yeah, absolutely. So, that we must talk about, obviously, is the situation with, the 27 people who died trying to cross the Channel, of course, and those crossings are still continuing. Despite that, talks are ongoing between the UK and the French governments to try to sort out this situation. We can speak to France 24.
That Ian's making with the elections coming up, that Macron could
produce some results to be able to
sort I mean, as Ian was saying, if that MP think that could be a step forward,
which
is what we need.
Something else we have to mention this morning is the fact that Richard Madeley is no more in I'm a Celebrity.
It was short and sweet.
It was, wasn't it?
Jackie, as a fan of the show,
he put a statement out saying that he was gutted.
So she knows.
She can tell us what it's like coping with the lack of sleep, with the hunger, with the coldness, and all of that.
And Richard's got all the back castle gossip, is that what they call it? Behind the scenes? Back castle, not sure. Lovely to have you with us, Jackie and Ian, as ever. I mean,
this morning, including Mark Cavendish, Ronan Keating and Ron Howard.
You're watching Good Morning Britain, right?
Hello again. Competition time now, and a life-changing £100,000 is up for grabs. Andy has the details.
Good luck with that. So Laura has the weather for us. She's not very far today.
Apparently not. Looking festive, though, I hear.
Is that because she stayed drinking at the leaving do for a very long time?
You think she just carried on the whole way through? Morning.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 7 o'clock.
Our top story this morning. Scientists say a new COVID variant discovered in southern Africa is the worst seen so far. The Health Secretary's warned vaccines may be less effective against it.
As a precaution, 6 African countries are being added to the government's red list, with flights to Britain suspended from midday today. Nithya Rajan. Well, it's a rare treat. We're going to get the news, weather and travel where you are. See you in a minute.
For you now, we were talking earlier about the migrant crisis, just when we thought that steps were being made to try to resolve this. We are hearing that French media are reporting the French Interior Minister, Gérald Darmanin, has cancelled a meeting with his UK counterpart, Priti Patel. Apparently, it is in light of the latest criticism of France on the illegal migrants issue addressed by Prime Minister Boris Johnson. We know he put out this 5-point plan where he made a number of suggestions about how to move forward with it, how to try to resolve.
And he was talking about how it's being played out in France at the moment. The backdrop, of course, is the French elections. President Macron wanted to be seen to be very strong. There's a far-right sway of support that's coming for Marine Le Pen and some of those other candidates. And Macron will be very concerned about being seen to bend to what may be perceived as the UK's desire for them to take sort of more action.
But if this is true, which, you know, I imagine because French media are reporting it, then it points to the fact that it is, then it is.
OK, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about... Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 7 o'clock.
Our top story this morning. Scientists say a new COVID variant.